Hello guys, welcome back to F&B class. Today we're going to talk about tea, different types of tea and the very brief history about tea. Okay, so we all know that tea is the most preferred and popular beverage in the world, and about more than half of the population consume tea, right? So there are few major tea grown countries across the world like China, India, Kenya, Japan, Indonesia, Sri Lanka. So these are the major tea grown countries across the world. Remember that. So it is believed that the tea was discovered around 5,000 years ago accidentally. The tea leaf from the tea plant fell into the hot water, resulted to be a very aromatized liquid. So this is how the tea discovered. This beverage originally consumed in China for the medicinal purpose earlier days in the 18th century. So people used to consume just for the medicinal purpose, many years back in the 18th century. So tea prepared from the tea leaf evergreen plant called Camellia sinensis. Okay, so we got a different types of tea. We have a black tea. Okay, I'll just read out few. So black tea is the type of tea that is more oxidized than oolong, green, white, yellow. Okay, so the black tea generally stronger flavor than the other teas. Okay, the black tea normally you have to consume with milk, so it's better way. This is how the black tea is supposed to have with the milk. Okay, otherwise you might feel strong to quite difficult to have. So there are some popular black tea across the world. Like in India, we have Assam Darjeeling tea. Okay, that's very popular across the world as well. And we have some tea from China, which is called Golden Monkey tea, Lupsang Sochong, and we have Kemon tea. Okay, and also we have from Sri Lanka, we have Ceylon tea. So many more teas we have across the world. And we have a green tea. So what is green tea? Basically most of the people think that the green tea is a herbal tea. No, green tea is not a herbal tea. Green tea itself is a different category. Okay, so green tea is a type of tea that is made from Camellia sinensis again. It's made from the leaf and the buds. Okay, the green tea can be made from the leaves and the buds of tea leaf. The leaf that have not undergone the same weathering and the oxidation process used to make oolong tea and the black tea. So it doesn't go through the oxidation process like normally oolong tea and the black tea how normally do it. Green tea, since the green tea doesn't go through the oxidation process, that's why the color is lighter than the oolong and the black tea. Okay, now white tea. So white tea is known to be one of the most delicate variety. Okay, so because how the white tea makes. Okay, white tea, when they harvest the tea leaf, so the unopened buds which is covered with the white hair, so this is when they harvest the white tea. That's why it's very rare, very expensive and delicate as well. Okay, so we have oolong tea. Oolong tea is a traditional Chinese tea. Okay, so let me read out. The difference is in how the tea is processed. The only difference is the process. Okay, it's a different way of processing tea. We'll go into that in the next class. Okay, all the leaves contain certain enzymes which produce a chemical reaction called oxidation. Okay, so the oolong tea is similar as a black tea. They have gone through the oxidation process. That's why the color is rich, dark in color. Okay, so we have a yellow tea. The yellow tea is very rare. Okay, it is a very rare and expensive variety of tea. The process for making yellow tea is similar to that green tea, but with an added setup of encasing and steaming the tea. Okay, so to oxidize at the slower rate, producing a far more mellow taste than is found in most green teas. So yellow tea is again one of the most expensive variety of tea. Okay, so the process of making the yellow tea also, it's quite complicated. Okay, how normally they do with yellow tea, they put it in the sun. Okay, and then when the leaf turn into yellowish color, then they go through the process. Okay, this is how the yellow tea makes. And now we will discuss the tisanes. Okay, so what is tisanes? Tisanes. Tisanes. Tisanes basically is a infusion of the fruits and herbs. Okay, could be made with the fruits or could be made with the herbs. So tisane doesn't contains any caffeine. Okay, so that's under tisanes we have two different types of tea. The first one is herbal tea and second one is fruit tea. So when they say herbal tea, the herbal tea has to make from the from the herbs. Okay, like we have a chamomile, peppermint, tulsi. Okay, we have rose hip, so many more we have in the market as well. So we cannot call green tea is a herbal tea. Now you know the different. Okay, so the herbal tea doesn't consist of any Camellia sinensis. Okay, that doesn't contains any Camellia sinensis leaf. Okay, doesn't contain is the caffeine. Okay, the next is fruit tea. So fruit tea again is made from the different types of fruit. Could be a blackberry, could be a gooseberry, could be cherry, could be lemon. So this is how the fruit tea makes. Okay guys, this is a very brief. I hope it's a little helpful to you all to understand what is tea all about. Okay, most of the interviewer they do ask about tea, different types of tea, and about the Assam tea, Darjeeling tea. Please go to Google, find the difference between Darjeeling and Assam tea. So this is the most important question asked most of the interview. Okay, the difference between Assam and Darjeeling tea, the difference between black tea and a green tea. Okay, thank you very much guys. See you in the next class. Thank you.